I always say in podcast IG lives, I always say like consistency over intensity. That's the most important thing, right? Consistency over intensity every single day will lead to those compounding that compounding interest and all that stuff. If you come
Correct.
every single day and you show up every single day, then at some point it's going to you're going to start seeing it, right? At first you don't see it. It's only a little here and little here, but by the end, after time has gone by and time has gone by, you'll look around and you'll see completely different situation than before. And that's what you're saying is if you bring energy every single day to what you're doing, yes, you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days
Right.
where it doesn't seem like anything's working, nothing's working. But if you stick with it and you keep doing the right things every single day, at some point it's gonna work. It's gonna
Yeah,
work.
correct.
And I see both sides. I see your side of it from the trainer aspect, coming every single day and putting in the work, whether it's with Fox or me or DJ or even just a little kid, right? Um, you you do it little by little every single day from a training aspect, but also from a trainer's aspect of, I've been seeing this kid for the last 5 weeks, and I have not seen any progress. But if we stick with it and we stay with the right energy and we stay with
Eventually.
focus, something's going to happen. He's going to score some
Yeah.
banger in his game, and now he's going to just believe in himself, and it's going to go. I mean, now he's going to just go on.
Correct.
But
And that's so funny you say that because like that's really how I kind of persuade most of my players that like for the first couple of months it's like I'm not you look the same but I'm gonna keep bringing the energy and eventually he's gonna score that goal and I'm telling you that confidence is going and like now we're seeing progress now we're
right,
seeing like all right and now I know that energy levels I can like go in and out, balance it. Some days he'll feel it, some days he doesn't, but at least we have something to mark down. Like, hey, remember that goal? Like,
right,
you see how long it took us to just get to that feeling, to
right.
that point. Like, gotta keep working. But yeah,
On days you don't feel like doing it as a trainer, on days you don't feel like doing it, how do you get yourself up and motivated for those kind of situations where it's like, yo, I'm about to coach this kid at 5. I've been here since 8. He's not done. His attitude's not the greatest. I don't see that much progress, but I need to get
huh.
up for this. I need to bring my energy just like I bring my energy for Andrew and DJ. I got to bring it for this kid.
Yeah, no, oh man, there's been so many times that
Yeah,
has happened, and I swear, life literally like handles itself in that situation. Because most of the time, like you said, I would be like 6 sessions in. I have a 8-year-old at 7
right,
p.m. My last one. I'm like, all right, how do I find? I know that attention spans with her or him are a little bit different. So I'm like, all right, let me just approach it real life stuff. Start talking about the day. Start talking about, all
yeah,
right, like what's going on in their head. Kind of pick their brain a little bit, and that kind of just drives the session to be like, all right, like it's either I can tell if they're fully in it or not, and then pretty much point out that if they're in it or not, and kind of go with that and go off their energy. Like I said, it could be like probably the worst session they had, but I take the time to step back a little bit and be like, you know what, like this was not your best, and let's talk about it. Let's figure out why this
right,
happened and it works out itself, like I said, because I start mentioning like what, like energy wise for me, like as you could tell, I'm usually like super energetic. I'm kind of laid back today. The reasoning is boom, and then they kind of start opening up, and then that's when we kind of start seeing a change in energy from the player, but and myself as well, because now I see him like, all right, he's
yeah.
into the session. We're getting somewhere. Um,
Yeah,
but
you make a great point there. You make a great point there is that people think that energy comes like from some sort of mindset or motivation or whatever, but energy by definition comes from movement. Like if
Yeah.
once I get going in the session, once I start moving a little bit, once I start, do the little warm up where, and I make a couple of goals and we start getting, the music's playing and stuff like that. Once we start getting that train rolling, when the train starts, it's very slow. Boom, boom, boom.
yeah,
But once it starts going and it builds that momentum, there's no stopping it. By the end of the session, you're drenched, you put in the work. Like
yeah,
someone was talking recently, it was like Carly Lloyd or something like that. She was saying that some of my best sessions were the days I didn't feel like doing it because I would come and I'd be like, nah, like it's cold out, I'm sore from yesterday. the World Cup's not for another 2 years. So what are we doing?
Yeah. What are we doing? Yeah, exactly.
But she's like, and then in those moments is like after the warm up, I just started feeling it, and then I got into it, and now I don't feel sore anymore, and now I'm putting in the work, and it's like I pushed through that, and now I'm at this energy level, and I just really feel accomplished after that.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, it's once you get in that zone, you're in it.
Right.
That's how it is for me. When I know I'm not feeling or I'm not super energized, I know that if I just focus on the session, don't worry about the time, don't worry about anything else, that really the best comes out of me. Because again, I get the best out of them, and now we're working. When at the beginning it could